G'day, and welcome back to the Shit Dad podcast, where we change you from lad to quintessential Aussie dad while sharing our fatherhood stories along the way. I'm Nick.
I'm Cam.
And I'm Dave.
We thank you once again for taking time out of your busy weeks to listen to us once again for the final time for the foreseeable future. So thank you for sharing all your fatherhood stories with us over the last 3 years, and we really hope you enjoy the episode coming up with a special guest, one final special guest. How are we going, boys? How's our week been? How's our year been, actually? We haven't seen everyone together since Christmas.
Yeah, haven't had an episode since those Christmas specials.
So, Merry Christmas. Happy 2024. Welcome to the new school year. And, yeah, enjoy. Fucking drink it in.
Oh, man. February already. No, it's been a good start to the year. I think I told everyone before the year ended I was going on dad leave for these 2 months, Jan and Feb. Let's just say I'm looking forward to going back to work. It's a very slow pace.
Yeah.
Very different, a lot less mental stimulation than I'm probably used to.
Do you miss the adult conversations on a daily basis?
Yeah. Not just that, just more like, I don't know, not doing just kind of menial kind of house tasks, doing something that's, big and team thing at work. It's always a good accomplishment. Yeah.
I must say the worst part about being a firey is having 4 days a week off, where you're just sort of like not expected to, but like you feel bad if you don't get shit done around the house, like washing, dishes, clean the house up a bit, wash all the kids' shit up, and you just, I
reckon it took me like 2 weeks
a 50s
of doing
housewife.
it, and then I just give up. Yeah. The other day, it's like my wife got home, she's like, don't touch the kitchen. I'm like, it's just going to get messy again.
Just resigned to it.
Some friends of ours recently just said they do the same thing. They're like, what's the point of cleaning up? Who do we clean up for? Like after the kids, so more their toys and stuff. Yeah. So all they do is they just get the kids to pick up 5 things. Put 5 things away.
That's not a bad idea.
And then I think they do it as well. They pick up 5 things. So there's still shit out, but there's, of the family, 20 things away.
Yeah. Does a pair of socks count as 2?
Well, if you're me, yes.
Yeah, that'd be my way of thinking.
Yeah,
but yeah,
exactly. No, but they're all like toys and stuff like this. But
that's also why we have like big boxes and those footstools that you open up, and there's a toy box as well. Everything just can put stuff in, under the couch, all that kind of stuff.
I mean, we've all got those cupboards at home where you're like, don't open that cupboard.
It's just key locks and shit.
Yeah, because as soon as it does, then it's dead set like something has exploded in the house and there's shit everywhere.
I've always wondered, because the father-in-law always, like, from day dot, 13 years now, he's been like, we used to clean the house top to bottom every night, and then just gradually as the kids got older, we just sort of let it go, and it was once a week and then once a month. I was like, that's fucking disgusting. I get it now. Now that we've got 3 kids between ages 5 and 8, I get it completely. So we were at that stage where we just sort of clean up every single day, like mop, vacuum, bench was sparkling, all that. Now it's like once a week if you're lucky, when we're waiting for a load of washing to finish. It's like, I better clean the kitchen.
Yeah. I always I'll vacuum. We've got one of those Dysons, and then the battery runs out. I'm like, oh no, can't do the rest of the house until next week.
They are notorious for taking a week to load up. Yeah,
it takes a long time to charge.
People with work, I go into their houses and they're like, sorry about the mess, and it's just sparkling. Like, and you're like, okay.
Yeah. Is this a flex, or are you special?
Yeah, I think so. And then there's the other people that just shit everywhere. They're like, don't care. That's all where that goes.
So this is our special guest of the last special guest of the podcast. We've got Cherks. Are you happy with Cherks? Yep. Cherks is a friend of Dave's, and he's come to tell a story of his fatherhood journey and marriage journey-ish, I guess. So got a really cool story coming up. So
with everything.
Yeah, mate. So we'll get a bit of a roller coaster. We'll get a bit of housekeeping done first, and we'll dive straight into the story. But yeah, if you've enjoyed the Shit Dad podcast over the last 3 years, what are we at? Episode 117-ish?
Let's round up to 120.
Let's say 120 is a good number. I love that. If you get in touch with us at shitdadpod@gmail.com or on Instagram at shitdadpod, and tell us something that you've got out of the podcast, something, your favourite episode, what you liked, what you didn't like. Just give us a bit of curry if you really want to. Like, we just want to know that people are listening. That's why we started, and that's why we went past our initial promise of 10 episodes. So really enjoyed it, and we'd love to hear if you guys have as well.
And if there's anything that jumps out at you, for a one-off spin-off episode or whatever, just shout out, and I'm sure we'd love to do those, here and there throughout the year.
Yeah, definitely.
We don't want our gear to go real dusty, like crusty dusty. But we do want to, it's probably going to get dusty there, but you'll probably see us around on the socials, everyone. So
the Roadcaster's like a knob. If you don't use it, you lose it.
Yeah, 100%. So that's why. Yep. What was that? One severing.
It's my birthday. Let's get the Roadcaster out.
What's that special day where you get a steak and a beer?
That's the best housekeeping yet. Anything else?
Hey, Nike hammocks, by the way, still.
Oh,
They're still
yeah.
out there. Don't forget.
They've actually just they're available in Anaconda now,
Yes, I saw that.
but you can't use the code DADPOD at Anaconda
And you got to go
get
to the
10%
shops
off.
to get it.
Yeah, you also have to get off your ass and go somewhere. Like, starting the car's hard these days. It costs a bit of money, and fuck that. Like, let's stay on the couch. Use the code DADPOD, DADPOD, at Nike.co. Get yourself a hammock, picnic mat, or a beach towel.
Some towels.
Yeah.
10% off.
Hey, it's
free
Valentine's Day. Tomorrow.
Gift ideas.
You know how I know it's Valentine's Day tomorrow? We don't do Valentine's Day. It's because it's my daughter's birthday today. She's always the day before Valentine's Day.
There you go.
Every year.
There you go.
Yep.
And you have some Lego to give to her as well.
Oh, yeah. Yep, thanks, Lego. Lego bricks.
Mate, normally birthdays are 9 months after Valentine's Day. Like the kids. Something happens 9 months later. Like, what the fuck happened 9 months ago? Oh.
We aimed for Valentine's Day, so it was like the gift that keeps on giving. No, we didn't. But I'm sticking with it.
Could have crushed your legs enough. Come on.
Right. Let's move into this great interview with our mate Cherks. So, Cherks, get us going, mate. Tell us a bit about yourself and your family.
Yeah, so father of 4, so the eldest being 14. It's been, feels like a fair while now, and like probably the last 5 years has been a bit of a roller coaster with pretty sudden kind of realisation. It'll be 5 years this June that just sort of everything wasn't working. Had the youngest was 1. And then I just, sort of had the conversation and didn't go down well. And, but yeah.
With the missus, the ex of,
it's been rocky, sort of
Yeah.
not working for a long time. I'm trying to figure out what's going on. Probably for a year, really. And like everything was pretty good. Like we just had a 1-year-old year before, and then, it just basically went down the old custody court battle, money, everything for about 3 years. Then COVID was hitting.
Yeah.
So it was right in the.
Well, let's go deep dive right back to your childhood. Is it? How was the relationship with your parents?
Yeah, great.
Your dad?
Great. Dad, mum, still very close. See him probably most weeks, and
Yeah, nice.
lots of catch ups, lots of family stuff. Really close family, really close sister, and so that's all been
With your
It's
dad
great.
back in the day, did you feel like that there's anything that he did that you don't want to do, or do you replicate how you father on what he did?
I think it wasn't anything necessarily that they go out of their way, but I think it was just a generational thing where, and I think he regrets not doing as much sport all that time, working late, a bit of that. So I'm lucky I've got a lot more flexibility and time. And now he's like, that's all he does too, like retired, and then he spends more time with the grandkids than
I was going to
probably,
say,
like usual.
Does he treat them like
lots of that?
like he missed out on you, so he's going to treat them different?
And he did. Like there was lots of. Well, we did so much, but it was pretty lucky, really. I reckon it was pretty lucky childhood. Growing up.
You nailed it on the head, though. Like I think it's that generational. Like a lot of our parents and, all them are starting to realise, kind of like, especially the dads, like, oh, shit. Like, all I do is
Work
just
your
bust
ass
my ass off, And I missed out on a lot of those things. So I'm going to, go see it to my grandkids.
Yeah. And then, a lot of that regret. In the end, they're like, oh, can't get back that time, that's the most important. So it's good. I think a lot of people are coming to that younger realisation. What's more important, what's going to build that the foundation with kids and having 4 daughters. It's they're pretty close, pretty close to me, and I think it's been good. Just that,
21st century dad,
a
eh?
lot of time. Dance dad,
Yeah,
hair
all that.
curling,
Yeah.
done all that, done a lot over the years.
You have to teach us.
Yeah, I still can't do hair.
I'm still on the basic plait.
Yeah. Oh, geez, you're off a step
I'll
out
just
to
do
me.
ponytail.
Yeah, I'm a ponytail guy. Yeah. Vacuum cleaner hair. You just swap
I've seen it, never tried it.
Well, you buy the 4th, mate. You don't need to because you're dead set. Like,
Well,
you've got
got
to
the
train.
others.
Get the oldest to
Well, I
do
was
it.
going to say, exactly.
14-year-olds doing braids and everything.
Oh,
'cause
tight.
it's pretty much lunchtime. That's it.
Yeah, I was going to say your hair looks really good tonight.
Thanks, brother.
So you said, so you were telling us before the show, you're 14, 12, 8 and 6.
Yeah.
And all girls, obviously,
All
you
girls.
mentioned.
Yeah, so
Shit. Did you guys...
So you got attitude and
Brains.
hormones.
brains, they're clever. Too clever for me.
Outnumbered in brains,
Yeah.
Definitely.
How do they get one up on you?
Oh, the eyes. Just, they do that, just that. They know, just little
Little puppy dog eyes,
sorry.
pouty
It's going to
lips.
happen. I'm going to do this for an hour till we get what I want. Or just full tantrum. Not going to school. Yeah, there's always, because there's 4, there's always one.
Yeah.
So it's sort of like, with 1 or 2, you're like, this happens every now and then, but there's always one most mornings or
Jesus, yeah.
something, that's got some issue. So that's always good. So it's funny because when one blows up, the others are trying to be extra nice and extra good just to show how good they are. So I'm ready on time. I've done my shoes, I've done my hair and everything. Evie hasn't. So
God.
so it's almost easy. Sometimes they're all doing a better job than normal and you're just dealing with one. So it's funny. Yeah, it's
That
funny
happened to us this
dynamic.
morning. Fuck, it was ridiculous. Like, I was sitting in the car with my head in my hands, like ready to drive away, because the kids were in the car. 2 of them were having like full screaming meltdowns and just inconsolable, and the other one's in the front going, "At least I'm being quiet." I was like, "Just shut the fuck up." It was like exactly like that story, insane. And you just all you can do is just sit there and just pray for it to finish.
Yeah, there's not a lot you can do sometimes. But
What's your best go-to when it comes to the tantrums? How do you curb them? Bit of advice for the dads here.
it's probably changed over the years. Yeah,
That'd be different from your youngest to your oldest too, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I think the oldest, he's sort of probably the switch, the fuse is shorter. It's like just send you to the bedroom. That's it. but yeah, and I've done a few sort of listen to a bit, learn a bit over the years about how to deal with it. Yeah, the patience is it better too, and just like figuring out why. It's normally at the moment not wanting to go back to school because I don't want to go back to mum's house. I want to stay with me.
Yeah.
That is literally, it took me a while to figure that out, why they're having a tanny, and then because they didn't want to go. And I just think, they just want a day off school. But yeah, they're like, I'm like, okay, so it's a bit of a realisation.
Yeah.
So it's hard to figure out sometimes.
Are you comfortable talking about the realisation you came to with your ex? Like what brought it about, how she sort of reacted, how you reacted, and basically how the kids reacted?
Yeah, it wasn't, probably now I'm keen, like it was hard for a while, but just had the conversation, not, there was just lots of arguing, lots of negativity, and then I can't see it. In my mind, it's sort of like, I just think better off now doing this, and then everything will, the sooner the better, because it's kind of inevitable. And we'd done the marriage counselling and all that a few times, and the last time we did it, I said I'll do it, and then the lady's like, I can't help you, basically.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, she's like, nah. So anyway, it happened. And then it was very sort of pretty good for about a year. And then until I got another girlfriend. And then it went pear-shaped, sort of thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's pretty much standard, I think. Like, they just got a bit hurt and whatever. But then it just all went pear-shaped with COVID. And she tried to just said, nah, you can't see him at all through COVID, just at all for 10 weeks, 12 weeks. It went on and on. So I'm like, it's not how it is. The lawyer's like, nah, it shouldn't be like this. So I had to sort of start sticking up for myself and going down that road. So yeah, it was pretty bad judgment, I think, from her. But and then in between that process, it was sort of, you got to there's a whole heap of stuff that comes out, and you have to be pretty open with like medical records, everything. And I found out that she'd got diagnosed with postnatal depression after May, the last kid, never told me.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
And I'm going, how could I help? What could I do then? Like, so for a year, I'm wondering, what's this?
Yeah, you never got the chance to
woman's on about
help.
Like, but she never wanted to tell me or whatever.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was hard to just hear and go, well, yeah, maybe if I knew that, I could have maybe then understood, but not knowing then. So yeah, that was really, I think, how can, yeah, it's pretty shocking, I think, to just.
So how did the girls react to it when you first? How did you? It's probably good advice though for you to bring up how you approach the girls maybe, and how they dealt with it.
Because there was 2 older girls. They probably we had talked to them by themselves without the little ones, and grandparents were there and everything, kind of support. Yeah, so it was good like that. Initial, I can still see the look on their faces and all that. So it's hard, but I think as time goes on, they'll realise that you just got here's 2 people that don't love each other, just going through the motions of life.
Yep.
And I just didn't want to do that.
You can probably see the motivation as well to, want to do something for yourself, do what's right for yourself.
And I think it's better for them too, like, not having the arguing, not having the... Yeah, it's a bit of a miserable home life, and them growing up seeing that.
2 happier parents.
It's a bad kind of... bad to see over and over, and then getting that sort of as a start in life.
But now
thinking,
they're like,
oh, that's normal.
Yeah, but now they're seeing, like 2 parents that, although they're not together loving each other, they see 2 parents that are loving them.
Yeah,
and like you said, hugely. And we always spoke about it last time. The happier we are, and the things like that, the more that our kids get.
Yeah,
because that's what that's where our energy goes now. Unfortunately for our partners, but that's where it goes. So.
Also, 2 lots of prezzies every year. Birthdays, Christmas.
Yeah.
just putting a silver lining out there, just quietly.
There's lots of good things. They're going really well now, and
What did you, Cherks, like getting more into? I guess more like about you. You spoke about it was 5 years. And it's been some real tough times.
Yeah.
But obviously some good times and stuff. What helped you out through this? Like some advice maybe for some other dads that are going through this that don't know what's going on?
Yeah, I had to kind of look inside, listen to some other podcasts and things a few years ago, and it was sort of a guy had a similar story, and he just said, in the end, it works out. It's just about you got to let the little things go, because you get hung up on them, and you'll lay there just beating yourself up over things that you wake up and go, oh, well, yeah. And then you can do that over and over for months, probably waiting for lots of things. It's a slow process to get out the other end of family court. And then, so it's sort of just let the process happen, and then and not get hung up, and not get we've still got to fight for your rights and that, but just trust in the process and know, like, just do keep being yourself, and
don't change for the kids.
It'll happen naturally. And in my case, that's what I thought, and it came out the end, and lots of good friends and family around me, so I'm lucky.
So I was going to say, that's those supports. Support network was good to have.
Yeah, I'm probably lucky. I've got a lot of family and friends, so I didn't probably have to reach out to like professional help.
Yep.
But I thought about it a fair few times, but in the process you do some mediation, you do all that sort of stuff, and you actually, with a lot of these pretty tough ones, like I think my file was like the biggest the lawyer had was, I don't know, pretty couple of encyclopedias. So it's a long road, and then you had things like, there's some really good courses out there for parents, like as well, that most of the time when you go through this you get ordered to do like just parenting courses that teach you more psychology behind, which is being a tradie and not really thinking much about that stuff. You just go, that's really helpful.
Now you say that as well, that you've got that tradie, you seem to be like that quintessential Aussie sort of bloke. You don't really show many emotions, that sort of thing. Do you feel like this whole process has helped you change that, or like opened you up a little bit?
Yeah, definitely. Like,
change the way you
softer with
father
the
your kids
girls
too.
and
Yeah.
that. There was just, because before that it was just work, like, and that's the thing. It was just 8-10 hour days, 12-hour days, like 6 days a week, just working, trying to get ahead. Like I think, but I was always pretty lucky to get the days off. You know, take days for excursions or whatever.
Yeah.
I had that flexibility, but yeah, you're working really hard, and then you kind of realise, it's for nothing. Not for nothing, but it was sort of like, I should have, you're just sort of without a goal in mind in a way. Like, you're just working, and then you're just you're in a bit of, not looking, you just got, not looking at the peripheral.
Yeah, you just
What
all
else is
like
going on?
tunnel vision, and you just work on your mind. You're losing sight of everything else.
Yeah, lots of other stuff. So, yeah, and that's a bit of like not taking care of yourself too. Like being driving around all day, working, eating junk food, like getting home, just drinking beers to get through you because you've had a massive day, and you're like, fuck, I was just too overweight and all that too. So yeah, you can only probably try to find the balance. It's pretty hard with, but you got to, you're the only one who can look at that and go, what can I change? And
What did you change?
yeah, just gave up the beers, pissed for about 8 months, lost lots of weight, went to the gym, actually, that was a good moment. I was just in the shops at Arana Hills, and the Fit Stop was starting, and they're like, Dad, enter, you get free 3 months at the gym. So I won that, and that sort of kick-started a big fitness sort of thing.
How good's Fit Stop, by the way?
Yeah, awesome. So
How much better is getting 3 free months?
so that's sort of
I'd join for that.
mate, it was awesome. So it really motivated me, seeing them like excited about it. And then when I rang them, I said, I won it. They were like, woo, yeah. So yeah,
Sick.
that was a pretty good moment. And then
That's awesome.
yeah. So finding like starting the day with exercise is good. Yeah, gets you going.
And it's also setting that example to the girls too, that starting the day off with exercises, even changing your tiny habits. You know, all these books out now about habits, and it just changes your life.
Yeah, breathing, lots of good breathing exercises. It's surprising. You just think, it's not going to work, and then you do it, and you're like, oh yeah, there's something in that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Back to your mental health we were talking about before, with the struggles that you had, just sort of trusting the process and riding it out and stuff. Did you have anything that helped you through that process as well? Your own mental health, like we're just talking about breathing and fitness and stuff. But is that you go to, or did you have a certain thing that you always did?
Away a bit. Like I love going camping, fishing. So there's a lot of like,
Nice.
And I don't mind going solo too. So I'll just be like,
I'd prefer it.
fair few times I'm like, this weekend I've got nothing on, and I just took myself to like Fraser, just going up there for a few days by myself, just few beers, beach, staying up, listening to music, and just forgetting, like, just clearing the mind, and either that or a few other just things like that, camping around out in the bush or whatever. So.
Just clearing the head.
Yeah, so that's always good.
Did the girls like it? Did they get that from it? Yeah, so all 4 of them?
love camping and that.
Yeah,
Yeah, can't wait. That's all I want to do is camping holiday. So we're going up next weekend to Rainbow, just
Nice.
looking at a house. I'm like, all right, we'll get a house to start, because my new partner, she's got 2 daughters who are 6 and 8 as well. So it's 2 6-year-olds, 2 8-year-olds. So it's like pretty hectic. So I'm like, let's start off in a little house. We're not going camping yet with this lot.
You need to have comfort first to get away.
It's
Yeah.
stressful enough setting everything up, let
Too
alone
much
doing
it
that
could
with
take.
all of them.
It'd be
Yeah.
like
Jeez.
2 trailers, caravan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We did that for Christmas. We went away to Treasure Island down the Goldie and just setting up the camp. I've only got 3, obviously, but they're setting up the camper. You go, all right, well, you got to sort the kids out, eh? They don't want to sit still for the hour it takes you to set up. So you all right, is he colouring books? And then you're looking over every 30 seconds, making sure they're not tearing each other up or like throwing books in the water and shit. And it's just so stressful. I can see why you want. I can see why you want that comfort first up.
Yeah, I think it'll be good. So, yeah.
We were talking before. I just had one more question. Did you? So now that you've got the girls, say 50%, is it?
I do. I have them like 4 days a fortnight and 50% of the holidays.
That's awesome.
So it's really good quality time.
Yeah.
It's probably the best I could. Really, I'm happy with that, because weekdays, you get home, you do that, then you go to school again in the morning. So even though it's good and fun, I get to do a couple of days of that, like a Thursday night, Monday morning, but yeah, we're getting the weekend and then all the school holidays.
So you sort of
Just
see
real
now.
quality time.
Yeah. So you see now, like, do you feel like looking back that your life's changed for the better almost? You're spending better time with them than you were when you were with your ex, sort of thing?
Yeah.
Do you make the most of your 4 days?
Probably. Yeah, definitely. Plan it. They always want to know, what are we doing this weekend? Plan it out. And there's plenty of suggestions. Normally it's Wet and Wild, Movie World, Sea World.
It's all the expensive
Well,
stuff.
every week. So, I'm like, what do you want to do?
How about a slip and slide in the garden and then we'll watch Batman?
Go down the slides at Brighton.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
$2 entry at the moment too.
Yeah. Try that for a bit. Nah, so.
Awesome, mate.
Yeah, they're good. So, yeah.
That's unreal. So, Cherks, like, I'll give a bit of context to the listeners here. We chatted, a couple of years ago and stuff like this too, and we always said we'd get you on as a guest, and it was out of the blue. You text me and you just said, "It's it time, Dave. I need to get on," and because the story was that you just wanted to make sure that others that were going through this, knew that there was that light.
Yeah,
because
right.
like you said, you had dealt with it and you're dealing with it still too, but. The quality that you're getting now.
Yeah, that's a good story. There's lots of little dark, a few dark times, bad nights, and even alienation, some of the stuff that went on that just sort of gets to you. But you just got to stay strong and go, be all right. And they'll always love you, so they'll always be there. Yeah. So it was good. Yeah.
How expensive is the lawyers?
Yeah.
I know she
Bit
got
of a remortgage.
I was going to say, I know she got a scar up one of your sides or take a kidney or
Still working.
Worth every cent, I guess.
Yeah. It was worth it for me because I did all right. Because we'd built a pretty good life and big good house, business. We had a self-managed super fund. So in the end, I end up all right because. Yeah, I think, I just kept fighting for what I thought was fair, and so that was good. Yeah.
Well, did you get advice from mates who'd been through the similar thing, or
not many have with me. And some that had are probably a bit more cordial with them, but so it's pretty new. So you lent on the lawyers probably mostly. So that was, probably that you do. But sometimes you go, I think they think you're, that's a good deal, go with that. And I'm like, nah, that shit. Keep pushing. Right. Oh, really? I'm like, and then, it was worth it. You go with your instinct on it too,
Yeah.
did it change your perception on on work, and you said the business and like how much time you're putting into that versus how much time you're thinking about the kids.
Yeah. Well, the business, especially with COVID and everything, and like even just being able to focus on it, just took a back seat, and it would sort of just wound back a bit naturally. So it was good in a way because it'd been just going for sort of 9 years then flat out for 9 years. So it's probably good to just have a bit of a breather, and then figure out too. It was a good time to figure out if I want to keep doing this, if I want to do something else, or yeah, and then naturally, I think just with the way it worked out with the kids and being able to spend more time, like I'm seeing it now that those weeks, like I'm pretty much 6 weeks off of school holidays. That's so good now. Like, I just
Dedicated time.
give that back now, and then now for the next till they finish school, like get that time. So it's pretty awesome.
So we've spoken about you as you're basically the fun dad now that you're spending the quality time with the girls and you're making time for them, and everything's sort of changed to how you want it. Can we talk about like what sort of dad you are though, how you parent, how you go about it? So like how would you call yourself like an authoritarian, a bit more relaxed? How do you sort of parent?
Probably, pretty relaxed. I think.
Because you have to have a fair bit of patience, don't you? If
I think I figured out that they don't really respond to the angry dad, mad dad, really. Gets to the point sometimes where you got to go, I've had enough. But it's pretty, they're pretty good kids too, I've got to say. And then,
does it change between your 6 and your 14-year-old, like along the scale? Is it how you parent?
Well, they are now changing because they're young women, and like a lot of that is very just like do what you want, like want to do it. Like you give them a lot more leniency because they're learning and that, and I'm happy to do that. It's good as long as it's safe. Like I want to walk down the shops and buy a drink or whatever, all that. So. And the other kids is just like, I want to go. I want to do that by myself. I'm trying to figure out why you're 6 and you can't.
Yeah.
So there's a bit of that. But then just distract them. Oh, let's do this instead. So they'd rather do that anyway. So,
cool.
It's just being a bit... you just got to think outside the square sometimes. But, very patient, very cruisy, and just... trying to do it together as a team is good. Like, once because they're like a little team... And they're like, just figuring it out together rather than being... And I do try and do the individual times, like 3 of them might be with mum, grandma, granddad, and then I'll do like a really fun little one-on-one activity with them, each kid. And like something really pretty meaningful. Like I'll go to, like a day, like even a whole day. Not just an hour or something, good 4 or 5 hours or a day. Even.
Awesome.
So it's good, and it's something they'll remember.
Have you got your nails done yet?
Yeah. Nail, makeup, hair.
There you go. Nice.
Got a few photos. I'll tuck them away.
I love that.
Dave knows some good places.
I do know some good places. I don't mind it. It's actually one of my favourite things now.
You get to sit down. It's awesome.
I'm just being pampered. Any chance I get, I'm like,
foot rubs.
Do you want to? Oh, you want to do my hair? No problem. It's like it's like the attention span's like 2 seconds. I'm done. Nah, you dismiss this one. I try to like milk it for everything I can. I mean, my scalp is red raw afterwards because there's just no gender. But I'm like, I get to sit and someone's actually doing something for me.
That's sick.
Yeah, we all went to get pedicures the other week, and I didn't get the pain, but I got the full foot treatment. They all had it. So we were sitting there, 4 of us, and you got all the old ducks and all the ladies in there just looking at us like laughing, going, asking, what's going on? Daddy's brought you down to get a pedicure. We're at like Kippering shopping centre. It's just hilarious. Everyone's just like, what is going on?
I think everyone was more looking at you and the girls because you took shoes off to go and get a pedicure?
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
normally just people walking with no
Yeah.
shoes.
Might be back. But yeah, no,
Yeah.
they love a ball, and yeah,
Awesome.
it was good.
On the other end of the scale, so when you said you sometimes you got to put the foot down and say, nah, I've had enough of this. Like, what's your, how do you discipline?
Just
What's your,
the best way to do it? I think is just to take the iPad off.
iPad? Yeah, well, that seems to be the
Pretty
common
much
theme.
Just
Yeah.
ban them for
Take
like a week.
toys,
Or,
take that off. Yeah, I try, but I'm too soft. Like, as long as I can. As long as I can. Sometimes it's like an hour.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're not like setting the house on fire sort of
Yeah.
bad kids. They're just like little things, and it's just fine. I think mainly it's the 6 and 8 year old. They'd fight a little bit, so it's more just sorting them out rather than figuring out them how to manage their little tiffs. It's a good way.
I've got an interesting one with the 12 and 14-year-old. None of us have experienced this yet, I don't think, but mobile phones and like social media, how do you sort of police that?
Yeah, well, the 14-year-old mum sort of does, and I do the 12-year-old's phone, sort of. So you just got you set it up, and you just parenting, thing, protection,
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
everything, every app they've got to ask for approval. So yeah, and I'm not very tech savvy, so I'm just hoping the best for the best. But you just have the chat, and they've all had the chats at school about cyber safe, all that.
Yeah.
And I think they do all the time. Probably know
Yeah.
Dave, but at that age,
The more and more, like, it happens more and more, as in like the conversations,
Yeah.
it's not just a one-off, every 3 years, it's like nearly every subject is just a reminder
Yeah.
about it all.
So
Yeah.
important.
it's scary though. Yeah,
It is scary.
I won't let them have any of that. Like, there's no Instagram, TikTok, or any of that. Like,
Yeah, right.
There's no need for it. I don't think. If you're talking to your friends, that's good, and that's mostly what they just like doing that in the home. So yeah, pretty good so far.
How about peak early 2000s when you get home from school and you're just like, hey, I'm going to go talk to my mates on MSN Messenger.
been with them all day.
Been with them all day.
Yeah.
We're going to go talk some dance. And, that was peak.
You have to wait half an hour before you actually get online.
Beep, boom, beep, boom, boom. Mum, get off the phone.
I've got a question. So, for girls, varying ages, I've been told this, and I'm a bit scared to hear your answer. Do they ever grow out of fighting each other, like the actual fisticuffs? Because I've been told that they don't.
The 12 and 14-year-old, like, they're just it's just punch ups. I think pushing each other out of the car. Oh, the big one was the front seat fight.
Oh yeah.
So it's like taking turns, but one's just kicks and punches straight into it, and I'm pulling her off one, pulling off the other one, and she's just like, "You hurt me, Dad." I'm like, "What?" I'm like, I grabbed your arm, pulled you out of the car.
You literally just had a
You're-
nail
you're
inside
like-
your sister's skin.
Yeah, the scratches like everywhere, up, like bleeding, like. What happened? Oh, Lila scratched me everywhere, all the time. Still, it's full on. Yeah, like I almost broke my finger. She bent it back that far the other day. Like it's full on, and they're like, yeah. So it gets more vicious, I think. And then it's more what it's about. It's about like, so everything's. I buy two of like, need sneakers. All right, you get 2 pairs of white Nikes for school, exactly the same. Don't fight. So,
Eliminate the reasons to
yeah,
fight.
yeah. She borrowed that. She's in my room. She's standing at my door looking at me. Like, blow up.
Fuck,
Like,
kids do that at 6 and 8.
yeah, still like, yeah. That's my shirt.
Stop
No,
looking
you gave it to me. I still fit it though. Just it's just like
Shit,
I
we
was
were like,
thrown out.
okay, just wash it and give it back.
So girls and boys, yeah, it's funny. Haven't experienced the boys, so yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Shit, all the stuff that I got to look forward to. Because I don't have anything to like break it up. I've just got the 2 girls. You guys have the boys.
Yeah. Have they all got their own room? Their
Yeah,
own space?
at mum's, like, yeah. I was I'm in between. I'm staying with my new partner mostly, so she's a little too better, so we'll sleep over there. But 3-bedroom house, so yeah, it's sort of a bit, but it's more of a fun, just couple of nights on the weekend, and then Yeah, it's sort of one of those things where I was renting a 4-bedroom house, 4-bathroom, and it's $800 a week, and then I'm like, meet someone, I'm going, oh well, what's the point? Like, that's $800 a week we can save and for our future and spend on whatever or them. So there's a couple of nights a week there, like up at mum and dad's, they got plenty of space. So it's sort of those long weekends. Half the time we'd be there, like when I had the house, we'd be staying a night or two at mum and dad's at Newport, like they're on the water, they got a pool and all that. So they always want to go there anyway and go for a swim. Well, Dad's got a boat there, so we're out the boat. So it's pretty lucky, So normally it's we're there anyway. So we just decided like there's no point really, just throw our money away for a bit and just see how it goes. So awesome. Yeah. But they have I mean they're with Mum 10 days and they've got their full set up there and it's all good. So they got a nice space and I think these days when they come with me it's just like a big sleepover. So it's good.
Fun.
Nice.
Love it.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Now, do you got anything else to ask Cherks about his story?
I'm interested. I did have something. I had something. It was there. Nah, it's gone.
It's all right.
Never mind.
It's all good.
No, Cherks, I think from me, like as the boy said, that you're my brother's best mate. So I've known you since I was fucking, I don't know how old. It's just seeing you guys grow up and like experiencing it and seeing it from the outside, and then as I got older and saw families and caught up with you more, hearing a little bit more about it. But mate, like when you sent that text, I told the boys and said no. We had decided we're like, we're done kind of thing. I was like, we need to do this one more because we need to get your story out there and we need to, like you said, to tell everyone out there that, there are going to be dark times even if you're not having relationship problems. But, in your circumstance that there is that light and that trust the process is what you said. So, mate, thanks for coming on. And we really appreciate you telling the story.
It's all right. Cheers, mate.
Love it. Now, should we go one final one?
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to miss shit that story of the week because it's basically the reason I catch up with my mates. Just talk shit about like what's going on at home and your kids stuffing around. And
do you still find yourself having like those little moments? You're like, oh yes, some content.
Yeah,
just have to message it through
constantly over the last 3 months.
Smash the socials a little bit more.
Yeah.
That's all.
I think we'll have to just make our Instagram page just shit daddery, shit dad stories constantly. Massive. Anytime a good one comes through, just get on the phone and take a selfie video. And yeah. So keep an eye on the socials, guys.
Cherks, did you want to go first and share any of your shit dad stories or moments?
Yeah, I thought of one. It was actually the 12-year-old's first day in high school this year. So
just do it, Dave.
Mum couldn't take her, so it's like, all right, I have the morning off. We'll drive you in. It's a bit hard on the bus, first time, so I said I'll drive you in. We'll drop you right to the door. So get there. She's like, I'm meeting all my friends at this stop, at this door. Got there. My friends aren't there. Panicking. Oh no. She knew a few kids from primary school and drive up to the other entrance, drive around there. They're not here. I hate my friends. We're crying. Now I've got puffy eyes. I can't go in. I look all puffy. So it's like, and I'm just like, yeah.
Get out.
Oh, I tried.
Press the eject button.
It's okay, you'll be fine. First day, it's all right. Did that for a while. Like a good 15 minutes, and I'm like, you kind of got to go in there.
The lady in the 2-minute zone sitting there tapping her watch.
Oh man! And then she's just like, just didn't talk to me, slammed the door and walked off because I'm like, on the end, I'm like, just get in there and go. It was a bit of a weird shit dad moment.
Take your puffy eyes and get out of my car.
splash a bit of water on them.
Yeah.
It's a time when you need a son, just like, harden up, mate. But you can't say that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's a bit like my shit dad story is like based around that school drop off as well. Like the my youngest is at school this year, so she's 5 in prep, and it's all very. I actually thought there'd be a lot of emotion, like I don't want to go to school. The first day, we walked in the classroom and she just like left me immediately, and she didn't like realize I was leaving, so she's gone to the desk and started doing her own thing, and I was like, oh, this is great. How comfortable is this? One kid started crying, another kid started crying. Before I knew it, there was 10 kids crying their eyes out, and you're like, what the fuck just happened? Everyone was just so happy, and now there's 10 kids crying for their mum. And you sit there, I sat there just with my head in my hands going, it's all right, come on, all right, give us a little cuddle. I've got to go, but I'll see you at the front gate this afternoon. I'll be there waiting for you. I can't wait to see you. Tell me something fun that happened, blah, blah, blah. I did all the dad stuff. And then she's like, okay. And I just walked out. I didn't look back because I knew I'd get emotional. I was just like, nah, I'm going to go. I walked away. Second day, it's like I wasn't even there. She's fucking walked in the classroom. I had to remind her that all her shit was still outside, like her bag and her iPad and that. And she's just walked in the classroom and sat at the desk. I was like, you're fucking kidding me, right? Bawling her eyes out day one. The next day, it's like I wasn't even there. Anyway, it's progressed to she walks like I do. You know how I do the school coffee shop some mornings, and now she just walks to class by herself.
Oh wow!
Week
already?
3,
Really?
week 3, and like I'm not even needed anymore. So
How did you feel like on that day?
I felt worse than she did.
When she walked away, did you just like walk away? So I go, Mommy!
I did. I was fucking devastated. I was like, "This is the last one," because usually you go through the full range of emotions when your kids go to school, don't you? You're sitting there like, they don't need me anymore. They're like, and they're so old now. And then when your last kid does it, it's just like a whole wave of emotion. You're like, oh, I've got nothing to fucking do during the day now. And then you're like, wait a minute. I got nothing to fucking do during the day. This is going to be awesome. So I've fucking never been to the gym so much. I got so much shit done around the house. It's so good. Anyway, that's shit, that story.
We had a opposite experience. So like the first week or two, our daughter just started going and she was fine. And then I think once again, these other kids, you know, little fucks. She saw these other kids like trying to like start to get upset and hug their parents and cling onto them and let go.
So like, don't you fucking cry.
Third week she wasn't crying, but she was just doing this cleaning thing. I'm like, what are you doing? You didn't do this in the first 2 weeks. You've just been looking at this little idiot. So no, but we once again like having a bit more time off during the day. So I decided to take all the kids' car seats out, clean all the car out, do the detail clean, put everything back in again, you know, fix all the little straps and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, and I was like, I'll upgrade to the booster seat for my oldest. I'm like, cool. Spent all afternoon, you know, taking them out, cleaning, putting them back in, get hers in. Yep, all set up. All right, get her to go and pick her up from school, get her to sit in it. No one told me that you can't, with 3 car seats in the back, you can't really like do the seatbelt across because every time you've got to like get your arm in there and climb inside. The seats, It's impossible. Yeah. So I now got to redo it tomorrow. Take them all out again. And refix it.
You just gotta they gotta just do it.
She'll have to figure it out.
Yeah. I made my kids just do it. I'll show you how to do it. You show them, and then once they hit like push, and then it's like they line it up with a hole. And then you lose sight, so you have to you lift your head up, and then you have to just wait for the click. And they got it eventually, so it is
I'll
doable.
Stick with it.
Yeah. Persist. Cool.
So it's kind of like sex.
Persistence.
Close your eyes and just try and hope it goes in.
You're looking, you're lining up, and then you gotta
close your eyes and wait for something to happen.
And then you gotta look up, and then it's just in.
Think about something else.
Wait for the click. I got a question for you, Cam. Are you on the PNC yet?
Hell no. So we had the handover for official presidency, and I was looking around this room. We got nominations for every other role except president, and I was like, come on. And then one guy's like, came up to me afterwards. He's like, I think I'm interested. And I was like, I sold him the dream. I'm like, it's really good. You don't have too much.
Sold him the dream.
He signed up, so I'm like, yes.
Done.
All right,
Sucker.
Yeah.
Would you have had to stay in it?
Yeah.
What?
Pretty much. Oh, well, like, just You can leave.
You can leave,
They
yeah.
kind of need one.
They fall apart if you do.
Yeah.
I would have just gone straight away. No one needs to see ya.
Yeah.
My kid's not here. Fuck.
No, they would have guilt some other parent into it.
Yeah, of course I would have.
Yeah.
The one duty that I've got as a vice president came up this week is basically you've got to have, if the president's not there, you've got to approve like a payment of something. I fucking lost my Combiz account, so I couldn't even do it. Like, I'm basically pointless to make up numbers at the bloody PNC night now.
You're just that swing vote.
Yeah,
Nick, you need to vote for this.
And anyone who doesn't want it's like, oh, for fuck's sake, he just says yes to everything. Oh. Anyway,
It's because you're half cut before you go there, right?
not wrong.
Look, boys, I got two. One came from our weekend trip down to Wet n Wild.
Nice.
So Nick's family and mine, we went down to Wet n Wild together at Miss Five's birthday. So Nick and his missus and the two older boys decided to go off and do a ride. I'm like, nah, mate, we got it. We'll just take the kids, just a little splash pad. My wife and I were like sitting there talking, watching our youngest one, but the two 5-year-old girls were running around like mad. Next minute we turn around and I'm like, mine's come running over to my missus, and then Nick's little girls just sit on the ground like crumpled, like crying. I'm like, oh, what the fuck has happened here? Shit. Get up, get up, get up, get up. Don't be hurt, don't be hurt. Anyway, they've just like run full ball into each other's head, like just smashed each other. I reckon for like the next 10 minutes we were just sitting on the ground just like hugging them. And I'm like, and then
Funny enough, we saw you from up the top of the
I
tower.
know,
Mel's like, please don't be hurt, please don't be hurt.
Yeah,
and then we saw you guys having a cuddle and sitting down with them. And we're like, oh, thank God. Let's go have fun.
yeah. And then Mel's like, first thing Mel said to him, did they like bang heads? I'm like, yeah, so about that. I didn't see it, but they're okay now. So that was that one. So that's a like great moment. The other one is, I'm actually really kind of proud of it. So Miss Four, my Miss Four, is already talking about her birthday. She's in June, obviously, because it's a big thing now at school. And she was saying, oh, I want to invite all my friends, and I want to invite this person, I want to invite this person. So she was already planning her birthday, but she said to the wife, hey, mummy, her exact words were, hey, mummy, I would like to make sure that there is juice there for the kids. So I want juice there for the kids. But
A little entertainer.
but I just want to make sure that there's beers there for the daddies.
You've taught her well. That's brilliant.
So that's what
Good
I'm
job.
very, very proud. So it'll be in Esky, wherever we are. I don't care. If it's an indoor place, it's non-licensed. It'll just be in the car park.
Perfect.
Dads will be out there.
They're in the car.
At the Esky, it's like, oh, dads, welcome. You come to this party, and mum's inside you go. So I've definitely taught my oldest.
Oh, that's perfect.
Yeah.
That's
Very
my
well.
next big thing as well. I need to get a dual battery in the ute so I can have an esky in the tray.
Oh, yeah.
Secret beer.
Secret beer esky, yeah.
Secret. It doesn't have to be
No,
secret.
everyone will know about it.
Oh, from the wife.
Yeah. Is it full? Nah. No. She's getting cleaned out. It's all-
Yeah, it's on defrost mode.
Yeah.
Defrost.
It's getting cleaned out by me and Dove. Oh, that wraps it up, boys. Yeah.
Dave, I believe you got a quote
I
to
do.
round us out.
I do
yeah.
have a quote to round us out, and I thought it was a really good one for us as we finished up our little journey, indefinitely for a while. So the quote was that behind every great child, there's a parent pretty sure that they're screwing it up. So just remember, everyone, that child, we're the fucking screw ups.
Sounds accurate.
We're the screw ups.
It says pretty sure they're screwing it up. I'm confident.
I gave us some kind of positivity there.
Oh, man. There's no better way to wrap up a podcast called the Shit Dad Podcast than, you're fucking it up. Just own it.
Hey, but they're great
Just
kids.
try to fuck it up less.
But they're great kids.
Yeah.
That's all that matters.
Yeah.
They're going fine.
That's the thing. Like, if you think you're fucking up, you probably are. But your kids, like, if you're trying, you're already doing better than most parents, the ones that aren't anyway. So.
I'm looking forward, Cherks, to learning about this patience thing because
Yeah.
third kid in, it still hasn't hit yet.
I'm going to try it. It's going to fail, but I'm going to try it.
Yeah,
I'm going to try real hard.
Yeah.
Maybe it'll come with the fourth. No.
Got one thing before we go, boys. What's been your favourite thing in the 120 rounded up episodes so far? What's your best bit of advice or something you've tried at home and it's worked, or best hack, something that you can just round out and go, yeah, we did the Shit Dad podcast for 120 episodes and I learnt this.
I think for me, a lot of it was around. Obviously, there's great hacks and tips for the kids and all that kind of stuff, which is great. But a lot of the advice around looking after yourself, I always responded really well to. So especially people like Brandon Swan and people who they might be athletes, but hearing what they say around looking after yourself were always really interesting. To know that, yes, you are a person as well, your relationship, you can obviously spend a lot of time on that, spend a lot of time with your kids as well, but if you don't look after yourself, then everything else around you kind of will fall a bit away. So I've always thought that's good. And I'll also have to say that one of my favourite things was shout out to our Rockhampton listener who drove all the way down to our 100th episode.
Jason Breed, what a ledge.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool.
Oh, I still can't believe that he was giving away like our stuff. Like at his next Bucks party.
Was he really? That's brilliant.
Just loaded him up with shit. And then he was like, the next person is with a stubby cooler on this.
That's amazing.
Because we had a skinful, which was great.
My favourite message really from the last 3 years has been takes a community to raise a kid. So I'm making the most of it, reaching out to friends, always looking for advice, hanging out with mates, venting. Like there's no point building it all up. If you've got that mate that you're close to, or mates that you're close to that you feel comfortable talking to about why you think you're fucking it up, or how you want to change, whatever, make the most of it, because they're always, I don't know anyone who would say, no, I'm not fucking helping you. That's bullshit, like you've open up to mates because they'd rather help you now than speak at your funeral.
Yeah. 100%. Was the big thing that for me that was it's been a take home. I still need to continue to work on it. It's just essentially to be present. Just we speak so much about it all and fucking devices and this and work and whatever problems cloud and take. But being present, so a big thing that my focus for this year is just be.
Yeah.
What it is, it's we're going to be. If I'm at home, that's what I am. I'm home. Once the kids are in bed, if I need to respond to that email, then that's what it is. You know what I mean? Leave that phone call if I don't need to. It's be. At that time I'm a dad. I'm being.
Nice, mate. Good stuff.
Love it.
You have anything you want to round out with, Cherks?
Just thanks for having me on, and had a great time. And, you've done well. 120. I didn't realise it got to that many. So, good work.
Thanks, mate. And it's been awesome having you on. Really appreciate you opening up and telling your story and putting the word out there for other blokes that might be struggling.
It's big, mate. So appreciate it.
Thank you.
Lovely. That wraps it up, boys. So I'll finish it off with the last little thing again. So thanks again, lads. That wraps up another busy week or year or last few years in fatherhood. We thanks you, the listeners, once again for joining us. We won't be in your ears for a while, which saddens us, but we're excited at what we've achieved, and we thank you for coming on the journey with us. But from this bunch of drained, doting, dynamic dads, walk on with your heads high and your jokes lame. For the kids.
Celebrate the stay.